Welcome once again, all, to another evening dividend weekly communion. Yes, I think I said that backward. It's supposed to be weekend dividend. I don't know. It is what it is, and you're here with me, and I'm so very happy to see you once again. Hey, we got some young aristocrats. We got some dividend young aristocrats to put on your radar. If you get the newsletter, it's free. It's shared in the description below. You're in the know. You're in the loop. You already know what's up. You know what's going on. But yeah, it's 8 o'clock. What a crazy week. What did you buy anything during the dip? I bought Starbucks and Visa. More shares of that. And I guess, I don't know, I'm doing the whole show like this, right? Why? I don't know. So what's up? Look at this. Good spread already. We got Ray, John J. A lot of the familiar you peoples out there, like Shamir. Anyone playing the home drinking game? You know, I guess every time I say you people, you can take a swig of whatever you are. Look at this. Hola, un gusto saludarte. Gracias, amigo mío, por mirando. No, that's I'm watching you. Lo siento porque mi español es muy mal. So, especially when I'm live streaming and I don't have all my wits about me yet. I'm not settled in and calm. But yeah, I want to know what you guys bought. And we're going to look at these young aristocrats real quick. And there's a link down below if you're watching on the replay. Thank you for swinging on by. Hey, if you're watching that double time and I talk like this, it's probably going to sound really crazy and it's going to go way too fast. Your brain won't be able to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So, oh, you know what? My candle wouldn't light. I had my daughter down here trying to light it. So she's like, hey, remember, you got the teeny tiny lantern. So look at that. All is well. We've got an emergency backup situation, right? That's kind of what you need in life. Emergency things. We got some plumbing work going on tomorrow, so looks like in the next few weeks I'm going to have to be selling some stocks because we didn't do things conventionally. Let me know if you've ever done this, but we overinvested. We pretty much forwent, if that's a word. If it's not, we're going to use it. We forwent putting a lot of money into an emergency rainy day fund. We have a little bit, but not enough. And we invested it instead. So yeah, and I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do because if we put it on the credit card, we're going to see what the cash discount is. It's almost 23% interest. You know, we're not going to pay that. It's going to be really difficult to make that up in the stock market. So by the way, I got my jammies on. You don't know that, but I'm telling you. So I got my pajamas on. But anyway, so Janice, look at your question. We'll do the future aristocrats here in a minute. But where can you watch the S&P all hours? I can watch it on Fidelity, but not after hours. So it doesn't keep moving over the weekend. You're just talking about the S&P 500. Unless I'm wrong on this and somebody knows differently. After hours, I think here, I'm in Chicago, it stops at 7 or 8 o'clock. The volume is really low after the market closes. So you shouldn't see movement, but I do believe it's at 3 or 4 a.m. that it does open up and start moving. So, you know, on a Saturday at 10 o'clock at night, I don't think it would be moving unless you're looking at the futures, which I can't think of that site that I've used before to look at that. But real quick, going over our spread here, we got Shannon, as always, from Hotlanta, Georgia. Isn't that the strip club capital of the world, I've heard, or is that Portland? I don't know. I've never been to Atlanta. It's somewhere I'd like to go one time. I'd love to go to a Falcons game. I don't know why. I just would. Of course, we got Rick. What's up, Rick Gilbert? And yeah, Shamir Fast Eddie wants to look at energy transfer. Hold that thought. We will look at it. We'll do news relatively quickly, but I want to see what you guys are up to. There you go, Frank. This is why I love you, community, you know? You can look at it in TradeView. I'm still getting familiar with Thinkorswim, TOS. toss, as all the kids are calling it. There you go. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so I guess you are talking about the futures then. So that is good, good stuff. And by the way, Shamir, he's up there in Canada. So what's popping up there? And Pat, stay warm and dry. That's why you got a house for, right? That's why we built shelter. So unless you're a mountain person with strong Wi-Fi or something, I don't know what you do out there. Frank purchased Morgan Stanley. Rick picked up some ARCC. Yeah, that's Aries Capital, right? Why am I drawing a... Yeah, I think that's some of mine. Yeah, actually, Casey's still around. I was just talking with her. John, hey, you can call me Ross, man. I don't mind. Ross, Russ, whatever. Same. It's close enough. I don't mind. But yeah, we still talk. She is very technical and very goes a lot deeper than I don't know than I hesitate to say than you would need to, because I don't know if in the world of investing you can ever truly go deep enough. But yeah, that's subjective, John. And hey, she put Harrow on my radar. It was a good maybe 5-6 months before I bought it. I looked into it. I kept coming back to it. And yeah. I assume, Jim, you are buying... you're not buying General Electric. You're saying good evening all. You kids with your shortening and your acronyms, right? It's kind of like the cow, right? Do cows have horns? Some of them. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns are broken? Something like that. Yeah. What's up, INBM? Oh, by the way, with me saying what's up, somebody did comment on one of my videos, and they're like, as soon as I hear what's up, I stop listening. I'm like, it sucks for you. So yeah, good. That was crazy, that drop, but then we still just popped right back up. The carry forward trade, right? The Japanese yen carry forward trade. So yeah, I looked into it, and like Kevin Burgess said, pretty much all that it was is an arbitrage play, because the Japanese currency was weak, so you could almost borrow it for free. And then as soon as they hinted and they raised rates, it was only a quarter point, right? But as soon as they raised rates, everybody panicked, got spooked, and assumed that it was going to make the money, it was going to go up. It wasn't going to be as favorable to do that. So good, Greg, my buddy SCHD Stan, aka Craig. And we will look at ET for you, Fast Eddie. You're the one that wanted to see it. Interesting. So Ray has sold all of his SLG. It's a REIT, right? Somebody asked me about SLG, and it wasn't looking too hot at all. It looked like a bucket of yuck. Not as big as a dumpster fire as MPW, and it's kind of funny that it looks like where, they say where there's smoke, there's fire, but in the case of MPW, it looks like where there was smoke, there was a raging inferno of a dumpster fire. But for those of you that are still in it, I hope, let me know if you're still in it. Are you sticking with MPW? But I sold off 8 shares of the Schwab US Large Cap Growth ETF, SCHG. There's a lot of overlap at the top with an ETF that or not an ETF, a mutual fund in my 401k, DFUSX. Just a lot of overlap. So it didn't seem... It seems silly to start building that position when 14% of our investment portfolio was, our total investment portfolio was in DFUSX. So I just wanted more Visa, so I'm selling that off and buying Visa, which Michael Swami G also bought Visa, T Rowe, Intel, and I don't know AVUV. So good sir, if you would elucidate us on what AVUV is. I hesitate using those big words because I don't want to sound grandiloquent. By the way, using the word grandiloquent is grandiloquence in and of itself because grandiloquence means using big words that most people don't use in everyday conversation just so you can just so you can sound like a smarterson. Smarty pants, that's what it is. So now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Janice bought JEPQ. I know Mr. Ryan Williams kind of denounced the covered call ETFs in his, maybe not, maybe they're just not for him. And then you bought Triple QM, which my good buddy, if you guys remember Harris Elliott, he is going to be coming back eventually, sorting things out. But he talked about one of the things he's loving is QQQM, Triple QM. Love seeing what you guys are buying. So Shannon, you're buying Main Street Capital up there. Visa, Archer Daniels Midland, very interesting. British American Tobacco, and as what we're going to look at, the aforementioned Energy Transfer, which I put that money into EPD, Enterprise Products Partners. I think they look a little bit more solid, but just my non-financial advice opinion, yeah. There you go. Shamir's having a sip of the Coke Zero whenever I say you people. So, hey, Craig, you probably bought some of those shares that I sold, right? Who bought Apple, right? What's up with Warren Buffett? He tells me, the best holding period is forever. And then he just goes and dumps tons of Apple and Bank of America. I don't know what the method to his madness is. I mean, was Charlie Munger more fond of Apple? I don't know. Who knows? They haven't given their exact reasons. He kind of hinted that it was for tax reasons because he thinks there's going to be higher capital gains tax in the future. So thinking that, as a company, they'll pay less capital gains now selling it now as opposed to later. But, we'll see. But dude, they got $277 billion of cash. They have more treasuries than the Fed. Nutty. Yeah, I know, Dave. Hey, Fast Eddie, I do have it. It's just in the brokerage account, invested in things like PepsiCo and Johnson & Johnson and Nexstar, Lockheed, Prudential, things like that. So it's all mixed in, but we're going to pull some of it out. And hey, that money made money. I mean, unless, God forbid, there's a market crash and it goes below our cost basis, with total return, we're definitely up more than we would have been in a savings account. So that's, and Janice kind of does that too. Great investments, cash poor, and it's still painful knowing I'm going to have to do it. And don't worry, we'll talk about it. I'll let you guys know what I sold, but look at this. We got more ads. This Summer Gum YouTube. All right, so what do you guys want to look up? He says, I need a credit card, Discovery Zero with 0% interest. I got the Venture X, right? Because we like traveling and things like that. So it's been good. But I think Portland was the strip club capital. Hey, whatever happened with ticker RCI? Wasn't that RCI Holdings? It used to be Rick's. They own Rick's Cabaret. Yeah. Hey, Hassan, welcome back, my friend. You got into Target, Pfizer, and you did buy AGCO, which is funny because I drove by this week an AGCO plant in, I think it was Batavia, Illinois Parts Division, and it just hit me. I was like, hey, that's that company that makes farm equipment. That's their part division. What's up, Andrew? Andrew's investment journey. Yeah, Shamir, I did too, man. I don't understand what's happening. I made sure to check it. So, maybe the next couple I'll just turn it off. But I put it on let YouTube insert, and I checked the conservative box, which says it'll be lower revenue for me, but less interrupted viewing for. So I might have to fire off an email to Google because it never used to be like that. I mean, it's almost like you're on the high one where it says more money for you, but the viewer is going to have a more interrupted experience. So maybe I should ask Mr. Williams what he, if he's been having issues on that too. Ah, look at this. Ray sold Dutch Brothers, I guess. Or you're saying bro. No, BROS is Dutch Brothers, but you're saying you sold. What did you sell? I don't know, Ray. I didn't see what you sold, but you sold something. And we are getting, look at all you beautiful, happy people here. So if you have any questions for me, fire it in there. We're going to, what do we have? 15 minutes. We'll do news here. Pat buying SCHD, BYM, I don't know that, and United Health. I like to see what you guys, this is really helpful for all of us just to see what all of you are buying. Just like it's the Avantis Small Cap Value Fund. Yeah, small caps, everybody's saying, right? We feel like small caps are the rocket ship that's on the launch pad. Like it's ready, but it's just not taking off yet. So we'll see. The small caps are supposed to do very well in the coming, 1 to 2 years. But again, nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody's seen this movie before, which is what makes it so interesting. A lot of people like to talk and convince other people that they know what's going to happen. And, I just suppose that it's a unfortunate thing that's built into our human DNA is that a lot of people, probably myself included, want to believe that somebody knows what's going to happen. But honestly, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Ah, you're doing the talk to text. Hey, that's a nice hack, man. I should do that. There you go. Darth checking in. What's popping, bro? Oh, the queen of stream, Lisa J. Look at that. In the house. Your streams are always at the worst time, For me, I'm just, I'm always doing something. The word bored has not been in my lexicon for many, many years, or we could say vernacular, either one. And then there's Prez too. What's up, man? Nice to see you both here, checking in for a moment. But I want to get to the news as long as there is nothing. Couple more here. A couple more stragglers with their additional buys here. Chevron Enterprise Products Partners. Nice. And you forgot to add what else, Billy? Ooh, what is this? Someone needs to call out Darth. For what? Steve, what are you talking about? Is it the yield max stuff? So, yeah, I've said my piece on yield max. I won't touch them. But I think that they are just I think they're returning a lot of investor capital right back to you. I suppose that has its advantages. I just don't really see it. Which is why I think the net asset value keeps eroding. And also they underperform their correlated asset, right? So if you look, and we did a video on this, almost every single yield max fund from inception on a total return basis with those crazy high yields, they have underperformed. So like TSLY has underperformed Tesla. NVDY has underperformed NVIDIA. And it's just, Journeyman, my plan with Hero Health, I'm going to keep holding them. I really wanted to get up to 200 shares. I'm at 177. So if we see a pullback into the low 20s, I know there was a lot of short covering, but I think the business really, really has a large growth trajectory ahead of them. But I'm holding. I am holding. And thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. And for all of you watching, Lisa J and Prez the Investor too. I don't know if you want to drop your channel links in the chat if people can see it, whatever. But definitely check out their channels as well. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's like I don't provide financial advice either. But seriously, it's our opinions, and I really should make that more known just really quick at the beginning of a lot of videos. Sometimes, I forget to do it, but yeah, it's cool that we're just sharing what we do. You are buying, I don't remember SMH, but SCHG every Tuesday. All right, cool. I think we're about to get on with the news here. A lot of news this week, right? And then look at ET for my buddy Fast Eddie. Joe, I'm glad you haven't seen an ad yet. Prez, what do you use, man, to look at their trades, right? I could care less than what they're selling because we know that, right? Politicians, investors, they'll sell for thousands of reasons, but I can't think of anything other than one reason why somebody's going to buy something. You think they think it's going to go up. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Bristol Myers Squibb you bought. Nice. But boring is good. Boring is great. SPHD and SCHD. All right, good. I'm about caught up here. So we are going to get on with the news after I say hello. I don't know how to say hello in Malaysian, but I'll say mahalo to the Malaysian dividend investor. All right, I got a sip of the old tea in the dad mug, right? In the dad mug, my Aldi tea. God bless Aldi. And I will get on after this with the news. Kevin, gotta say hello to Kevin. Dude, Nexstar, I had to, it's funny when you covered it, I'm still on board with them. So this is kind of cool. I've told people that they've been since almost a year ago ping-ponging between the low 150s-ish range to the mid 180s range, and they just go up and down and then up and down. And every time I've seen 180, I think I should sell and buy back in at 160. And I could have done that the last couple times, but honestly, it's timing the market. I mean, I know it's not tax efficient, but I don't know. Would you guys ever think about that, or do you not use technical analysis like that? But yeah, that's Kevin. Anyway, I think the business is strong. They're buying back a lot of shares, and every time the stock dips, I think they're just going to keep buying back more. They have almost a 25% free cash flow yield, and I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, all right. I'm going to do the news here. We'll on Simply Safe. And for Christ's sake, look at this. 22 minutes in, I didn't get to the Young Aristocrats. I get so excited to talk to all of you, but I'm going to share that, and then we'll jump in with a little bit of news here. But in the newsletter I shared, JC Parrots was on. He's from allstarcharts.com. Does a lot of technical analysis. I enjoy that. So he was on the Compound and Friends with Michael Batnick and oh my God, Downtown Josh Brown. So this is, I need to make you get more real estate. There you go. So there's a link in the notes to that. I did mention that earlier, but this is for the Young Aristocrats. And when you clink it, you clink your glass as you're clinking the link that to get you there, but it'll take you to this. They're holding your email hostage. So you will get this Young Aristocrats list. And it's all that it is. They're saying these are businesses that have increased their dividend for 5 to 9 consecutive years, and the stock price is going up, and they think it's going to keep going up. There's 40 of them here, and it's pretty cool. Craig, you're going to like at the bottom here because they showed 3 chart setups, which they think are good, but again, not going to go through all of these. It was interesting to look at, throw some of these on your watch list. As I said in the newsletter, eBay is one that's popped on my list. It's pretty much over the last 10 years been neck and neck with the S&P 500, 30% 5-year dividend growth CAGR. So that is just out of this world. But Truist Financial, Craig, you talked about TFC. So that's their first setup. We won't get into the technical analysis. Garmin, ticker GRMN, is the second one that they like. And third is Cactus, ticker WHD, which look at how boring. Lisa, talk about boring. They design, manufacture, sell, and lease pressure control and spoolable pipes. So Cactus is in the oil and gas equipment area. There you go. So that's another one that they like. And they're looking for where these green arrows are to buy it above 61 to confirm that it did break out of that. I think these are Fibonacci retracement levels. And, Won't get into that, but that's what they use, you know. So it's just math. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I need to share the tab for the news. And what was Monday? Monday was the 5th, so we're going to zip down to the 5th right there. And we will go quick as usual because I like talking to all of you beautiful people out there. Another ad. Ugh. God bless it. Okay, so Simon, ticker SPG, Mall REIT. Hey, if you're in the Midwest here in the Chicagoland area, Gurney Mills, Pleasant Prairie, the premium outlets by, what is that? Aurora, I think. So interesting. Raised their dividend 2.5%, but they are still below their pre-COVID payout ratio or their pre-COVID dividend level. Omnicom, advertising company. I don't know anything about them, but they refreshed their outlook on Omnicom. Broadridge raised the dividend 10%. Data processing company, and they've had annual increases every year since they went public in 2007. That's Broadridge. They downgraded another healthcare REIT, which is Community Healthcare, ticker CHCT, downgraded from 70 safe to 60 borderline safe. So if you own them, might want to look, and then we can see that the dividend yield is way up there. So they've been getting hammered in stock price, which is an interesting thing. When you see the stock price getting hammered down or yields are going way up, the market is telling you, yeah, we're skeptical. We don't think this is a good investment, and we think that the dividend is not sustainable, because if it was, everybody'd be buying it. And if everybody's buying, stock price goes up, dividend comes back down, right? So that's that. Republic Services, look at this. What do they say? Trash is cash, right? Well, the competitor, one of the main competitors to Waste Management, got a dividend upgrade from 68 safe to 80 safe. And yeah, 1996 is when Republic Services was founded. By the way, we're going to get garbage from Groot here. Anyway, MPW, I posted this. They're limiting the cash component of their quarterly dividend to no more than 8 cents per share. It's just been a yucky dumpster fire at MPW. C.H. Robinson, Air Freight and Logistics. I shared ODFL, Old Dominion, in the last video. I think they look good too. So they raised their dividend of token 1.6%, C.H. Robinson. And this is something, if you can see on the screen, they had the dividend frozen for a little bit, and it looked like they did a token pay raise just to keep that streak alive. So they refreshed their outlook on Coca-Cola. No need to say what they do, but Shamir, you're supporting them. And then lastly, they downgraded from a 96 very safe to 80 safe, which is Robert Half. If you listen to Conan O'Brien's podcast, he's been doing ad reads for Robert Half. And they, well, hopefully their dividend won't get cut in half. But I know, weak sauce on the jokes. But that's that. And then I'm going to look to show all you guys. Fast Eddie, you've been a patient trooper. Energy Transfer, we'll spin through it real quick. 50 borderline safe. 8.17% yield. You do get a K1, so that's because what do we say with that? You're the partner, right? It's a partnership. You're the partner, so they're passing the profits straight through to you. There's no favorable tax on those. So there's a little, they've upgraded in 2021, so that's interesting. But dividend growth has been 2 years growth streak. Yeah, very slowly, 0.8%. Not too good. Just like my English, they're not too good. But they have been raising it little by little. So let's see a bit of what their numbers look like. Their dividend yield is pretty much in line with the 5-year average. Actually, it's 8% below. The forward price to distributable cash flow, kind of like the earnings, right? For the what? Oh my gosh. It's a symptom of aging, I suppose. Hold on. Why can't I think of what they are? They're MLP or limited partnership. You're the partner. Remember we talked about this? I'm gonna take some more vitamins here, but get the memory juices flowing. So their DCF payout ratio, you don't want to look at free cash flow because of how much they have to invest. Very capital intensive business, but their DCF payout ratio, very low, no problem there. Able to easily cover it. We'll even do an alpha spread for you too, but DCF per share can easily cover the dividend. There you go. Cyclicality. It's a very cyclical business. That's what you get in the energy space. They do dilute, so that's how they're financing projects without probably taking on too much more debt. So we'll see if their debt has been flat or down, meaning that, they're going to be more profitable as a company because largely their sales keep going up. So that is good. ROIC, ROE, good margins, not great, but okay. And net debt, it's been in check. So not too bad there. On ET, there's nothing wrong with it. I know the price is $15. It doesn't move a lot. Kind of like a bond proxy, but for the heck of it, because you're so nice, and I think I still have on alpha spread. Let's see, I think I have a couple. Oh, maybe it'll give us one without signing in. Just to get you an intrinsic value. I guess I'm like Eddie Van Halen. I can't talk and type at the same time. I don't know, thrilling. Here we go. So, interesting. I didn't have to sign in. Oop, you guys can't see this. There you go. Now you can see it. They have an intrinsic value from alpha spread of $28. So they say they're about 45% undervalued. So that would be very, very favorable. So, and they're actually below the distributable or the discounted cash flow, DCF on the brain. All right. So there you go. That's that. That's some news. We got the young aristocrats out of the way. I need a second monitor. I don't know what you guys have been saying. Mr. Malaysian or Miss Malaysian dividend investor, do let us know if you don't mind sharing that. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me, but do we think J&J is at a good price right now? Probably. Let me see where their dividend, if you want to go on dividend yield theory, that is, I won't put it on, but so their dividend yield is currently 13% above the 5-year average. And that's not a be-all, end-all. You can't just look at dividend yield, but they bought Shockwave Medical, I think it's called. It's like the pulsed ablation for the heart. So it's, I get weird. It's like a basket that expands and it touches bad muscle tissue and it sends electrical pulses inside the heart. Crazy stuff. Looks like something space aliens would use, but yeah, so they're trying to grow and expand a lot more into the medical device space, right? So they spun off the consumer health stuff into what is now Kenvue. That was I get in trouble here. I want to say Band-Aid, Neosporin, Johnson & Johnson's, baby hair wash and all that stuff. And then they're just pharmaceuticals, which can be hit or miss. It's very difficult to analyze a pharmaceutical company's pipeline. I think you'd have to be really in the know and spend a hell of a lot of time. So as our Lord and Savior, I jokingly say that, as our Lord and Savior Warren Buffett always said, it's very difficult to do that. So you just buy several pharmaceutical companies, the big guys, when they are trading at reasonable valuations. So we'll see about them as I'm reading. There you go. TFC, Truist Financial for the win. Yeah, I know you guys. So JC Parrots. Yeah, I'm still getting familiar with him, but I do like technical analysis, right? It's kind of the language of the stock market. But once again, I think the problem comes when we rely too heavily on the technical analysis, meaning the candlesticks, reading the charts, because it tells you what is likely to happen. Maybe, maybe kind of sort of could happen, but it doesn't always. Just like Kevin says, he doesn't try to time the market, buys dips. Yeah, I've thought about that with Nexstar, and of course, hindsight being 2020, But when it was at like 181, 182, I was like, I wonder if I should just sell my position here and then pick it up again in the 160s. And sure as S, like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, it's right back in the low 160s. So, but then the one time I do it is when it's going to just go above 200 and it'll just skyrocket up and never come back. So I think you guys are right with me. I think we're all right on that one, that if it's a long-term holding, maybe if it was something that, then you might want to do that. So yeah, just buy the dips. If Nexstar goes below my cost basis, I might gingerly add a couple more shares. Oh, that's a good one, Kevin. That's a good one. I think I might do that for the next. Yeah, so then as soon as the live stream concludes, excuse me, I'm almost putting tea into my lungs again. So as soon as the stream concludes, I will turn on the, I like that, man. That's a good one. Smart thinking. Smart thinking. REITs Investing Bible. No kidding. That might be interesting. Has anyone read, what is Brad Thomas's book? Does anyone remember? I got it from the library and I can't think of it. It's something like The Intelligent REIT Investor, maybe? Ray's been snatching up Brookfield properties. Yeah, that's one I looked at and I couldn't wrap my head around it. I had trouble understanding the business, right? Because there's so many moving parts to Brookfield. There is on X, Newcomer Investor, I think is a Canadian guy. And I think he's on Blossom, on the Blossom app. Dude, from what I understand, is hardcore into Brookfield. So you might want to give him a shout, see what he has to say. Yeah, Starbucks does go ex-dividend this week. Oh, we've got, right, on Wednesday is the PPI, the Producer Price Index, right, which is, it's a leading indicator. It's telling us, the manufacturers are kind of telling us what their outlook, what things are looking like. But then on Thursday is the CPI, the Consumer Price Index report, and that is a lagging indicator. It's telling us another ad. I'm doing that, Kevin. I'm sick of this. So I apologize, everybody watching. If you're just getting through this next ad, I'm gonna do what Kevin does. I'm gonna run it for a month to do that. No ads during the live because this is ridiculous, man. I got my phone going, so because I'm a little paranoid. I want to make sure I'm still streaming here, but man, it's too much. It's too freaking much, and I don't know. Well, anyway, so did I close that Palantir short, sir? Ray C, I think is what they say in Spanish. I don't know how to say closed. Yo, cerrado. No, I'm just kidding. Sí, yo cerrado la posición en Palantir. But yeah, it was one short. I doubled my money, got out. I got out. What's up, Dividend, dude? Dividend Dan, nice to see you, man. You're growing nicely on X. I'm not on X as much as I probably should be, but yes. So, it's just, I just try to keep the constant stream of consciousness flowing out as I'm reading what you all are saying. What do I think about AGM, Federal Agricultural Mortgage Corporation Financial? Is that fair? Is that Farmer Mac? I think Eddie Elfenbein had that on his list. I wonder if, as I'm talking to you, does anybody remember? I haven't looked. Eddie Elfenbein, he shares the buy list. Let me see. Oh, Crossing Wall Street. I don't want to say, let me throw this up. I'll get back to that, Shannon. We'll see what Simply Safe has to say about it, but it's been a hot minute since I've looked at Eddie Elfenbein's list. I'll copy this, but it's crossingwallstreet.com/buy list. And I heard Eddie on the Compound and Friends, which was pretty cool, but let's see if I can make this a little bigger. So he has this every year. He buys, where's the mouse? Yeah, once a year on January 1st, he buys. After that, it's set for the next 12 minutes. And in late December, he unveils next year's list. So this is from last December 2023, and it's his portfolio. I think it's also an ETF. You can buy this, and he gives a quick comment, and he says to buy it below this price. So those are, I thought he had, AGM, yeah, Farmer Mac. There you go. So he says to buy it below $185, and officially known as the Federal Agricultural Mortgage Corporation, Farmer Mac is an important credit source for the agricultural sector. Okay, so they specialize in credit for agriculture sector. Interesting. We'll see what, like he's got Hershey on there, buy below 210. Into it. Mark McGrath, I think, from Sugar Ray. Sorry, I was just going to mess around and sing a song, but I'm not going to sing a Sugar Ray song. And then Otis and Rollins. There you go. This is, Ryan talks about it, I talk about, but he's got buy it under 50, which it's right at that right now, 47.79. Anyway, this is a cool little thing from Eddie Elfenbein, a veteran. Let me share this instead for you, Shannon. Shannon Guillotine wants to know AGM. Oof, that's lower than I expected. So 41 borderline safe. Let's see why. Fast dividend growth. Make this a tad smaller. That's been some very fast dividend growth lately. Very nice. They did cut during the last recession. Maybe if we have a so I almost whacked myself in the mouth with this thing. But all right, they've given some healthy raises. The dividend yield is below, 5% below. PE is above, almost in line. 52-week price range, right smack dab in the middle. Let's see their free cash flow payout ratio. Yeah, these both free cash and earnings payout ratio. So if they're a bank, I don't know. If they were more like a bank, we want to look at their earnings payout ratio. But both of those are check out. Earnings per share just keeps going up. It did dip in 2015 there. But yeah, sales growth has been positive. Some years up in the 20s. Slight dilution of shares, nothing crazy. Sales keep going up, and yeah, return on equity. I don't know, man. It's come on, net debt 95%. So they think it should be below 4. We'll 40. I don't know. That we'd have to dig in. It's like you see good things about it, and then you see things that are like that debt. But again, if they're lending money, so I don't know if they share something like the NII, the net investment income, like the banks do. So I would say it looks good, but I would need to know a lot more, just like all of these. I mean, yeah. Steve, Western Union, buddy, why would you even get involved in Western Union? All I would want to know is how are they transitioning to digital? They have a dividend safety score of 48, which is borderline safe. And that dividend is frozen. It's been frozen for a while, for a few years. But yeah, it's 55% above the 5 year. I don't know, man. Why Western Union? Do pray tell. I want to know. Look at this guy wants to go drinking. You want some Allen? Tap. All right, let's look. Let's do it, my man. Let's do it. As I'm sharing, and we're sharing the screen. We're looking up, is that Molson Coors? It is Molson Coors. They get a 60. Borderline safe. Let's see what else do they own? Let me see. I forget what they own. I like drinking. I'm going to have some beers when I'm done with this. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Only nights I consume alcohol. And it's at the end of the day. But they have, Blue Moon Coors, Leinenkugels, MGD, Gross, Molson Ultra. Molson Ultra? I think it's Molson and Ultra. Starapo, man. Isn't that Japanese? Vizzy. What else? All right, Carling. No kidding. So they got a ton of stuff. The Milwaukee's Beast. All right, we're not just going to reminisce about all the different beers we've tried. But Keystone's all right for a cheap beer. Hey, look at that, though. They were founded in 1774. That's really interesting. Does anyone have any color on the history of Molson Coors? Which, it looks like the pandemic slashed their dividend, but well, they've been raising it, and yeah, it's still not back to pre-pandemic level though, where it was almost $2 a share. It's getting there, but yeah, dividend yields above the 5 forward PE is way below. So we'd need to know why the market isn't picking up what they're putting down. They've been selling off. Let's see if we can get a clue here. Free cash flow payout ratio, good. Earnings payout ratio is good. Free cash flow per share, they can easily cover that dividend. Sales growth, I'm not seeing anything crazy yet. Slight, they're buying back. They must have bought something here in 15 to 16. A lot of times you'll see when there's a gigantic jump in shares outstanding, it's because an acquisition was made. They needed money to acquire something. So 15 to 16, shares outstanding went up, and then 15 to 16, the total sales went up a little bit, but then a massive leap from almost 5 billion to 11 billion in 2016 to 17. So that could have been the after effects of whatever they, I'm assuming, bought. But then they've kind of been flat since there, so it paid off a little bit. But yeah, ROIC could be higher. Margins are okay. No, look at, they've been paying down debt aggressively. I'd need to know. So I think it looks okay. I don't think it looks too bad, but if you want intrinsic value, I guess anyone can just go on Alpha Spread and get one, but Diageo's been getting creamed. So I don't know if there's something going on with like we're starting to see the beginning of the recessionary effects trickle in, right? Because McDonald's has talked about issues, Starbucks, Nike, you got Diageo down. Like that's lower end consumer discretionary too, right? I mean, yeah, is Johnny Walker really that's a Diageo? I mean, Guinness kind of, but yeah, Molson Coors, a lot of cheap beers there. So I don't know why they're down so much. I'd love to know that. I thought you were talking about Eddie Elfenbein. I was like, do you know Eddie Elfenbein? Yes. Hold your hands. All right. I'll drink some tea to that. I don't know what we're holding hands for, but I wish I could get you some Lou Malnati's, but why are you going to eat, I say drink, why are you going to eat Lou Malnati's when you get Geno's East? Yeah? Come on, I'm telling you, you got to get the Geno's East. You get the nice deep dish, you get the sausage, and it's that really nice greasy sausage you can get there. You might have a little bit of heart trouble after going for that, but just wash it back with a few beers, maybe get some old styles. You still got old styles here. It's kind of hard, right? I try and do like a Chicago accent, which I know I don't have one of those, but with me and my gym shoes in the front room, we got a garage key. Where's the garage? Hey, pull the car into the garage, okay? I'm getting a little Joe Pesci here. Marcus, Marcus, man, what's going on, dude? What's been going on with your channel? I know you made the shift into, I don't know what you waded into. I hope you enjoy it, because I think you're doing a lot of politics and pop culture cesspool stuff, but hey, Darth's about to go bad. Darth, you're like a pretty peach. You're pretty on the outside, but just rotten on the inside. Anybody that's going to get a taste, you got to be careful of that. So that's weird. You might have went to bed already. So, because that was a few minutes ago, right? Goofy. So that is a drinking game right there. How many times have I had said so? Another ad. Oh God, no ads. Mr. Williams popped up with his shemizzle. Hey, he's oh dude, Ryan, I didn't I watched your video today. I'm like, look at this guy. He's over 60K subs. Nicely done, man. I remember Ryan Williams when he was just a wee little pup and he was under like 7K subscribers. So I remember you getting to the 10K. So there it is again. There it is again. That must be my thinking nervous tick. And we all have them, right? We all have tells. If anyone's going to be a poker player, you learn human psychology and learn to read people. One of the main malls here in Starbucks and lots of people. Every Starbucks I've seen has been crowded, right? My kids still go. They've been getting the app drops. By the way, my kids start school on Friday. Nutty. They have a half a day on Friday. What is that all about? But yeah, they're I don't want to say either. They're going to be sophomore and junior in high school. So it's flying by, man. Fun years. Marcus, good night. Prez, that's what I'm saying. I think Western Union is really going to be going away. So unless they're going to be somehow branching out into digital, kind of like Iron Mountain did. Iron Mountain's trying to branch into digital data storage and security. So anyway, yeah, my kids would get the app drops, or they would say, hey, tomorrow I got 50% off Starbucks, and they'd be telling my wife to take them. Most the beer tastes different in Canada, Shamir. I will give you that. Is Mo a good investment? I sold out of it. I think it's a slowly melting ice cube. They're only going to be able to raise prices so much, and I don't even know. I think when I saw a pack of smokes last time I was in a gas station around here, it was almost $9 a pack. Yeah, thanks a lot, Prez. And by the way, again, check out Prez's YouTube channel and Lisa's. I think I said it before, man. It is, you and Lisa really, I don't know how we get more, especially more young black people, especially young black women to watch, because you guys can connect to them way better than I ever would be able to. Yeah, you guys can share your story. It's your community. You have a deeper connection with them, and somehow whatever you and Lisa have to do, get the word out to young black people. Say, I don't know, you can tell them we'll teach you the things about money you should have been taught. Something like that. Just put the ball in their court, make them feel that, if they don't they don't listen to you, that they're not going to they're going to be missing out. So anyway, that's I don't know. Is that okay to say that? It's so stupid in this day and age. I'm thinking like, oh no, my brain was like, you said black. I think you have to say African American. And then my brain's like, but if somebody was born and raised and they're of Jamaican descent and they've lived their third generation in Ireland, they're not African American, but they're black, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with being black. So I don't know. It's presupposing too much, I think. I don't know. It's a shortcut. I'm talking myself into a circle here, but alcohol and tobacco. So yeah, anyway, that was just a really long, disjointed non-answer that saying, so I don't know how we got on to all that, but I'm not big on the tobacco companies. Maybe if you're in Europe, a lot of European people still seem to smoke. What I will say though is don't chase that yield. Don't chase the dividend yield. Look at the total return. And when you look at a total return, their dividend has not been growing very fast. Just for brevity's sake here, because I don't know it off the top of my head, but Altria's dividend is slow growing, very slow. I know the share price has popped up, which hurts me because I sold around 44 or 45, and I know it's anyway, but their 20-year CAGR is 2%. That is barely keeping up with inflation. So I'm just not, maybe put it this way. I will say if you were living off your dividend income and you were trying to preserve the capital, then maybe, but yeah, but I could be wrong. Who knows? They are trying to branch out into the vaping and into the non-combustibles, smoke, heat not burn. They don't want burning things going into your lungs anymore. But the on the nicotine pouches, right? So I don't know. I know, yeah, Ryan still holds them, but maybe if you see a dip into the high 30s again, you can do that. So I'm gonna get up here to. Oh, Jared, what's up, man? This is a former, I believe, right? He's one. He's one of my shipmates. What's up, Shippy? As I try not to spill my tea on my MacBook Pro. D Nice, I apologize. Come back next time. OLED, we're toward the end here. We'll look it up next time. Or fire me off an email. I'll give you my thoughts if you want in private. Russ at DapperDividends.com. Jack Mac, what's up, Mac the Jack? I'm glad you understand what I'm saying, and that's what I think, honestly, dude. Just young, I don't know. Just see, my brain was like, say people of color, and I'm like, no, that's colored people. Wait, no, you can't say that. It's hell with it. Young black people, get the word out to them. I don't know how. Do I see crypto taking over Visa someday as a means of purchase? Hell no. Hell no. People are not, it's a fraction of the world's population using it now. Visa and MasterCard will do their own thing because people need to know. Most people don't follow things like we do, so they're going to want to see the name behind it, right? You want to tell some people, hey, you want to use XRP, Ripple, or a MasterCard product? Most people are going to use the MasterCard or Visa product, so good. I'm glad some of you have an opinion about OLED. Western Union reminds me of Back to the Future. Yeah, it's not for me. Not for me, but I get it. I understand it. And SNUS is big with people in the Nordics, at least. Yes, snooze, as they call it, right? No cryptocurrency. Man, it's... yeah, I don't know. Frank says Visa's here to stay. I think so. I think so. They're going to... I can't go another 30, man. I would, but hey, it's Cobra Kai night. We're getting close to being caught up, and it's almost 9 p.m. here. My at the conclusion of this, I'll yell real loud, "Okay, I'm done," and then my wife and my kids come down, and we put on the Cobra Kai. And Daddy has his reward, a beer or two, and we watch some Netflix for the last hour, and then we go to sleep. Well, actually, summer vacation, my kids have been staying up later than me, which is funny because they, I have to actually get up now. They play like Fortnite and stuff, my teenage daughters, and the other night it's a work night for me, and all of a sudden I wake up, I hear like laughing and yelling. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, hey, go to bed. Come on. So, and it's funny because it used to be my wife and I, when the kids were real small, we'd stay up till like midnight, 1 in the morning, watching TV, having a few drinks, and the kids were diaper age, really small. So now, now it's reversed. Now I'm yelling at my kids that they're too loud. Yeah, I do appreciate it, but I'll tell you what, man, what I would do is next Sunday, I'll come on 30 minutes early and do an hour and a half, but yeah, for brevity's sake and replay and all that, it's, hey, my commitments are my commitment, man. I do love all you people, and, hey, it's fun. I enjoy it. I'm going to be looking for buying more Visa this week. I don't know about all you people, what you're going to be buying, but yeah, it's easy for him too, right? Ryan's just sitting there probably drinking his White Claw, so it's easy to just say, go another 30. Go another 30. But yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, see, I told you guys, it's so easy. Wait. Oh, you're not watching a movie now, are you? Because, dude, don't do that. Look at this guy. Kevin, I'm going to start this I'm going to start this stuff with you tomorrow. Go another 30. This guy. But did my candle still go? Oh, it's still going. Let's see if I can do that. Look at that. Whoop. Yeah. It's it's my teeny tiny little lantern. I don't know who makes it, but it looks like a Coleman. Oh, there you go. Lightsall. I don't know why I'm bothering. Litezal. I know. This is great. Somebody just tuned in, never seen me before. Can you imagine? Oh, I wonder what dividend stocks this guy's talking about. And I'm like, check out my little teeny tiny lantern. They're like, yep, unsubscribe. I don't know what the hell I just watched. But hey, there's all the context to it, right? There's always a, you people, I love you. But, uh, you know, it's just one of those things. I love my family. I love all you. I think I was going to say I love my family more, though, which is the way it should be. So I would be flattered to do another 30, and I will make a promise. This is my promise. I'll come on 30 minutes early next Sunday, and I'll turn the ads off, too. So I'll even tease it out there, and I'll put out a community post or something fun. But, yeah, I really do appreciate all of you beautiful people that tuned in. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe he would have. Wait. What is Firefly Funhouse? I don't know what Firefly Funhouse is, but that's here. We'll turn it off because it's. There you go. So I should have blew it out. Damn it. Okay, I still can. And then I should have hit end stream, right? All right. Well, I see you guys got a new commercial, so I'm gonna bug out. Pee-wee's gonna take me out, dude. I really do appreciate all of you. It's so much fun. I look forward to this every weekend. Kevin, if I'm around tomorrow, I will be watching, and I'll jump in the comments and give you some guff. So yeah, all of you, thank you again, and I hope you enjoyed it. I really do hope you come back next week. So long, everybody.